My name is Jeffrey Wangenga Isaac. I'm a chemistry major. I graduated from Texas Southern University.
Okay, I have 5 questions for you. When and where you were born?
I was born in Huntsville, Alabama in the mid-90s. Um, and I got to Texas here when I started college here at Texas Southern. I actually have family here that came from Houston, or came from Cleveland, Ohio to Houston, Texas. And they wanted me to come here to Texas Southern so I can hang out with this side of the family. Excuse me.
Did your parents discuss race or racism with you before?
That's actually a long but short story. My father, when he left Nigeria, he experienced racism at a high toll. So, with that being said, he decided that he wanted to change my last name to my middle name, and my last name is my grandfather's name. So, Jeffrey Isaac is actually, Isaac is my grandfather's name. So, Wanganga is officially my middle name, even though it's officially my last name, to be technical. But with that being said he did this because he felt like when he put his name on different applications for things, people were asking more about his name than about his actual work and having the appropriate character in order to conduct a job appropriately.
So, what made you choose Texas Southern?
Texas Southern, like I was saying prior to this question, I have family here and I always wanted to go to an HBCU, and I just wanted to enjoy the experience of an HBCU. So this is pretty much the predominant reason I chose this.
Describe the campus compared to then what it's like now since you first came here.
Mm, it's slightly the same. When I first got here, um, we just had different experiences, but it's pretty much the same buildings, but they kept them up. And now that they're going to build a new library, I'm actually a librarian here at Texas Southern. They're going to build a new library in a couple of years, as well as they're building different dormitories around campus. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Do you think HBCUs are important? Why or why not?
I'm glad you asked me that. Yes, they're very important because if we don't understand our values and our history, then who will appreciate them for us? You look at Texas here now, and the high schools, they're trying to take out the actual word slavery from textbooks because they feel like they need to change it to indentured servants, so people don't completely understand that slavery was within the history of Texas. As well as you can look at the University of Missouri and the different experiences the African American students are having during their time there at Missouri. They're getting racist threats and different inappropriate experiences for a university. And it shouldn't be a place where you have to worry about is somebody going to hurt me because of my color, or somebody going to grade me differently because of my color. It should be a place where everybody's equal and have liberal arts and actually understand the things in order to get a good education.
Mm. So, what memories stick out for you the most at TSU?
Mm, well, one of my favorite memories is the second time Barack Obama ran for election. I wasn't able to participate in registering people to vote, but I made sure there was a lot of different avenues in order for people to understand the day is time to vote and the other things that had to happen within a campaign in order for Barack Obama to win. And so after he won, it was a big celebration on campus, and it was just a good day for the community as well as America.
So, what advice can you give people like me, which is a freshman? What advice can you give to us? Going to this HBCU, there's a lot of racism going on outside of the world. What advice can you give to us?
Um, Try to keep your head on straight. I know it's hard too when you have a new experience within your life. However, just make sure you study really hard make sure all the classes have their I's dotted and T's crossed, so to speak, and just make sure you try to take this experience to build your leadership, build your focus, and build a greater appreciation for HBCU as well as your higher education.
So, what kind of interactions did you have with the people not of your racial background?
Um, I mean, within anything, you have good and bad experiences as a totality in life, you know. But I would want to mainly focus on the good things that I've gone through my life. I had good teachers, no matter what their color is, that made sure that I understood everything I needed to know in order to go to the next level. And just good people, you know. I just try to remember the good people versus any of the small irrelevant things in the past.
So, what notable moment in African American history sticks out the most in your memory?
Um, I watched a great documentary about the Black Panthers and the Black Panther Party just about a couple weeks ago. And it sticks out to me because, I mean, people mainly remember them for their guns in hand, they're all black, their arrogant demeanor. However, it was more than that. They had scientific research within their projects. They made sure that children got food every morning. Low-income people had food every morning for breakfast, so they can be able to learn when they get to the classroom. They help different classrooms with different projects and make sure people were involved within education within the community, as well as make sure people were treated fairly. At the end of the day, it was a program to make sure people were treated fairly. And I mean, through all the different controversies they could have been helped if there was a greater force within the American government that was for the people versus controlling the people in a way. But it's great to see that there's people that still have hope in order to make America what the definition of America is.
So, how did TSU prepare you for who you are now?
Just plain and simple, it just helped me with my higher education in order for me to move on to go on to try to go to medical school, have my own practice. I looked to go into pediatrics, so I did a lot of things around campus with children, excuse me, and just different tutoring programs that helped me prepare to understand children at the educational level as well as how to serve them in a health perspective, with a health perspective.
Did you know that Texas Southern had an African American history course?
Yes.
Okay. So, would you recommend an HBCU for blacks only or for other races?
Now, American history, no matter what it is for all people to understand, because if we're going to say that America is a melting pot, then you have to understand not every small inkling, but try to see where people are coming from when they have different issues at hand. So I wouldn't mind if a Caucasian person wants to get to know their history with HBCUs, or if somebody else wants to, because school is for everybody. Education is to help excuse me, to help everybody within America or within a country to build it up in order for it to be better tomorrow.
Okay, well, thank you, Jeffrey, for taking this interview with me. Time's up. But yeah.